Today turned out to be a pretty nice weather day, and I know a lot of folks noticed the temperatures. Many areas reached well into the 40s and even the 50s. And when we take a look at numbers now, we're still dealing with 50s across Baltimore City, even Towson at 50 degrees and Parkville at 50 degrees as well. As we show you a few more locations, Bel Air 48 degrees, Havre de Grace 47 degrees, the Bay temperature, water temperature 38 degrees, but Chestertown 52 and Centerville right at 53 degrees. And as we look toward Randallstown, we're dealing with temperatures in the mid 40s. Across the state, we're noticing 50s out there again. At the airport, 54 degrees, Frederick 55 degrees, but farther to the west and in some of those higher elevation locations, some of those areas that dealt with a little more wet weather and even wintry weather, they are cooler than everyone else. Winds not too bad, anywhere from 5 to about 14 miles per hour, so we'll notice those light to calm winds as we continue through the evening, and visibility's pretty good. No fog out there whatsoever. But as we recap today, one more time, again, 57 degrees was the official high for today. We started out at 30 degrees. Normally, we're right around 46 degrees. So today was an above normal day after a wintry day yesterday. And when we take a look at what's on the way for the rest of this evening, we are expecting temperatures to eventually drop back into the low 40s, and then overnight we'll be down into the low 30s and even upper 20s. So we are cooling off. But as we talk about what's on the way, again, quiet and calm this evening, clouds increasing for your Friday, and then we're expecting a wet and warm weekend. And when I say warm, we're talking about temperatures in the mid 60s. And it all starts with some of this moisture that we see here located across the mid-south. This moisture bringing heavy rains to places around the Mississippi River. Eventually, the clouds associated with that moisture will move in as we head toward tonight, and we'll keep those clouds around as we head throughout the overnight. But as more energy moves out of the Rockies, we'll see an area of low pressure develop across the middle of the country. And on the eastern side of that, where we're located, we'll get a lot of warmth and a lot of moisture moving up, and that will lead to a very wet Saturday afternoon and even Saturday evening. So if you were thinking about maybe being outside during that time, you would likely want to stay inside, maybe catch a movie or spend time with your family and friends indoors, because wet weather will be out there. But as we talk about what's on the way, at least for the next couple of hours, more than anything, we'll be dealing with clouds, and then eventually we'll be dipping back into the upper 20s, in some places low 30s, although we're showing some mid 30s out there by the time we get to Friday morning. But again, we are expecting rain to move in, and we'll see that Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. The wet weather is still out there, and even into Sunday morning, pretty much all of our region dealing with wet weather before we start to dry out. And once we dry out, we will notice a lot of sunshine moving in and a lot of warmth moving in as well. So as you talk about temperatures for tonight, a lot of us down toward the upper 20s, more clouds moving in, light winds out there. And as we leave you with a look at the 7-day forecast, we want to point out, again, wet weather out there starting Saturday. Early, if we get the moisture moving in early, we could see some icing around. So take it easy very early Saturday. But more than anything, this weekend, we're dealing with warmth and wet conditions.
I think I like him today.
Yeah. Much better today. Man, does anybody not have a cold?
Exactly right, yeah.
You've got,
roller
Up and down, up and down.
All right, listen.